Hey, what it do, y'all? Welcome back to Phantom Frequency. We're coming at y'all once again with another X-Men series review, and we're talking about one of the absolute worst movies in the franchise. I'm not going to even beat around the bush. I'm talking about X-Men Apocalypse from like 2016, 2017, something like that. And I remember seeing the post-credit scene for this at the end of Days of Future Past, and they teased Apocalypse, who's one of the most iconic villains in the X-Men lore. I was so fucking hyped. I remember talking to fucking Espinoza about it, Miguel, and speculating about all the cool shit they could do. Are they going to bring in Mr. Sinister? Are we going to get an Age of Apocalypse? One of my all-time favorite storylines. Not the most popular storyline in X-Men comics, but I love that storyline personally. And I want to see an animated direct translation of that someday. Marvel, get on it, baby. Get on it. Get it on Disney Plus. Get us some shit we actually want to see, unlike the Acolyte. But anyway, but yeah, man, this movie just fucking sucks. It sucks. So if you agree or disagree, whatever, man, we want to discuss this thing with you. Drop your comments down below the video. Show that love and support. Click all the buttons and everything like that. We really do appreciate your support here on the channel. But man, this movie's such a shit show, dude. Like, I remember going to see this, and we didn't even have assigned seating at the time. This is just before that really took off. So me and the homies were like split up, like two homies here, three homies here, one homie there, two homies here in the theater to see this thing because it was so hyped and it was packed. You know what I mean? And everyone was excited to see this shit. Yeah, they botched just about every element of this fucking movie. Apocalypse as a villain doesn't work whatsoever. They had Oscar Isaac, one of the best actors working today, cast as his fucking character, and they did nothing interesting with him at all. They made him very one note and very bland and very non-menacing. Now, I understand the character is kind of one note, so I don't want to completely shit on them in that regard, even in the comics and animated series, the way he's written. Pretty one note character. But when you have Oscar Isaac, such a dynamic performer like that, and you can't come up with anything cool for him to do in order to adapt the character and give him some give him some meat and potatoes to chew on, give him something to do. There's nothing there, man. He's not intimidating. The design doesn't look that great. It was just a misfire. You know what I'm saying? Now, I like Sophie Turner as Storm, and I like the way that they started off with her being a thief in the streets of Egypt and all that. That felt very authentic to the character's origins. But once you go from that to her meeting Apocalypse, and this fool's putting his hand on the TV like, I hate humanity because I just watched MTV. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You touched a TV and saw the rest of human, like, it doesn't make any goddamn sense anyway. B, that's fucking stupid. Like, who wrote this goddamn movie? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's so fucking bad, man. It's so bad. And then you have Olivia Munn cast as freaking Psylocke, who looks pitch perfect to play this character, unless you wanted to actually get an Asian to do it. I don't know if she's actually Asian or not, so don't get on me in the comments. But she wasn't good as a character either. They had Angel in there. He had a cool scene with the four horsemen from Metallica's first album, Kill 'Em All. That was a cool little reference. But the Four Horsemen didn't feel important. The Four Horsemen felt like an afterthought. You didn't get any context with Angel. Storm was definitely wasted throughout the rest of the film. You just kind of understood her motivations and where she was at in the beginning. But you didn't get any character arc or any development from that point on. They reintroduced Jean Grey and Scott Summers, played by what the hell are the names? I'll have to throw that shit in the edit because I can't remember right now. But Sophie Turner, I think, was Jean Grey. I just can't remember the dude that played Scott Summers. No chemistry there. No interest in the characters. Don't feel like the characters 100% fully at all in this film. They're teasing the Dark Phoenix, which is so fucking early. It makes no goddamn sense. Because if it's supposed to be in the same timeline as, like I said, they might have changed the timeline. I get it because of Days of Future Past in the previous movie. So sure, maybe she got hit with the Phoenix and it happened earlier. I understand that. I like how they kept some of the comic accuracy there. But after that, it just goes off the rails. You know, like when it got to Dark Phoenix, they actually kept that comic accurate. But when it comes to this movie here, they're teasing the Phoenix, which doesn't make any goddamn sense. She hasn't came in contact with it yet. What are you doing? The whole third act is a jumbled fucking mess, dude. You can't see what the fuck's going on. Magneto's just sitting there floating metal pieces around and shit. He's not doing anything effective in the fight. You're wasting the character of Magneto. The only good part about it was the scene where they showed them killing his daughter and stuff when they found out he was a mutant and he went and started a new life somewhere, which is kind of directly pulled out of the comics as well. Other than that, you don't give Magneto any character arc or anything to do. Like, no one has any character arcs in this movie. Professor X doesn't have much to do with this movie either, except get kidnapped and almost try to get fucking body swapped Freaky Friday by Apocalypse because his body's given out on him. I understand that's an element from the comics, but it felt very clunky and unnecessary in this movie. It's just wasted opportunity after wasted opportunity. They don't show you any cool X-Men costumes until in the movie at all. It's just the same black kind of shit they had before. So it's not leather. It's more of like a tactical armor kind of thing. It looks a little better than the 2000s versions, but still, it's fucking lame, man. It's 2016-17. We had the Avengers. We had Guardians of the Galaxy. You can do completely comic book accurate costumes and shit. Get with the program, X-Men. It's the only thing that drives me crazy. I can't believe it's 2024 and we're barely seeing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine or any live-action Wolverine in the Wolverine costume. 25 years later after they cast this man to play it. 24 years later after the goddamn first X-Men movie. Like, what's going on with fucking Fox? I don't get it. But yeah, man, like, there's not much at all to praise with the X-Men Apocalypse, man. Like, I can't think of any positives about it. I didn't even go back and watch it for this review, to be completely honest with you. I've seen it twice in my life, and that's enough for me. I don't like this movie, man. Like, it was so disappointing. I waited about a year or so and watched it again on cable. I'm like, or HBO, sorry, or something like that. And I was like, this shit sucks. There's nothing that memorable about it at all. Like, oh, actually, I take that back. There is one positive I'm going to give it. Cody Smith McPhee or something like that, I think is the actor's name. He played Nightcrawler. He did feel like actual like Nightcrawler, and it was good to see him back in the fold. The girl that played Jubilee did feel like Jubilee to me as well. So I will give those actors some credit. Those characters were decent. But everybody else, minus Magneto and Charles Xavier, didn't feel like the character whatsoever for the most part. Underwhelming performances from the villain. Underwhelming third act and action almost in general. Stupid plot lines going on. Yeah, man. This movie fucking sucks, dude. Like, if there's any redeeming qualities that I'm missing, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear it. This fucking movie is a shit show. It's gonna be in the goddamn title. This movie is a shit show. It sucks. It is the worst X-Men movie, in my opinion, ever made. I think Dark Phoenix was better than this movie. Haven't watched it since 2019 due to personal reasons that we will get into when that review comes around. And it's definitely a little bit bland, but it's better than this because at least it gets the point of the story a little bit and has some well-written moments and some good stuff there. This shit, and it has some good action in Dark Phoenix. This movie has no good action in it. It has one cool shot of fucking Psylocke chopping some shit with their swords. That's it. I can't even praise that. And then they have a Wolverine cameo in this damn thing. He's running around naked with the, the whole thing without the, with the helmet and all that. That was cool to see, but also felt kind of weird. But it was a cool scene. I'm not going to front on that. That was one of the few scenes in the movie I really, really dug and enjoyed. I'm a Wolverine fan, so if you can have him fucking reading the newspaper and I'm in, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, like, it doesn't get the camaraderie of the team at all. It doesn't have any of the character building. There's no fucking character development for almost anyone in this movie. The plot sucks. The action sucks. This movie fucking blows, man. That's it for me on this one. I want to hear your opinions down below. We're continuing the hype train to X-Men. Even though this one was hella negative, we're going to continue the hype train and finish off the quadrilogy this weekend with Dark Phoenix. And then the following week, you're going to get the Wolverine and Logan, and then we're going to have Deadpool week. So you get Wolverine week and Deadpool week leading into Deadpool and Wolverine. So you're going to cover the whole Deadpool trilogy and then have a spoiler review for the following Monday or whatever. So that way we can get into all those details. But spoiler free will drop right around the main day it comes out or something like that. So that way I don't ruin any of the cool surprises for you guys. But I'm going to get that review out a fucking sap. So I'm going to see it on Thursday night on the 25th. So make sure you stay tuned. Don't sleep on any of the dopeness we have going on here on the channel. Appreciate each and every one of you watching and listening out there. And until the next installment in the review series or any video we do here, much love, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.